All right, let's jump into this tech deep dive. We've got a ton of articles you sent over covering pretty much everything. AI, gaming, you name it. And, well, let me tell you, there's some wild stuff happening this week.
Yeah, no kidding. The speed things change, especially with AI. It's really incredible. I mean, just look at how much more integrated AI is getting into our everyday devices. Even the way we talk to each other is changing.
Right. And speaking of talking, how about being able to just call ChatGPT now? Like actually dial a 1-800 number.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. OpenAI really threw a curveball with that one.
It's like no cell data needed either, from what I read.
It makes me think of those choose your own adventure books, like imagine needing advice or info anywhere and boom, call up ChatGPT. It could be
Yeah,
huge for making information accessible.
totally. What about like customer service, though? Or emergencies, even? So many possibilities.
For sure. But it's not just OpenAI making big moves. Google just launched Gemini 2.0, and they are emphasizing how it reasons better than ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah, Gemini. I saw that.
It's almost like they're trying to make Gemini the AI you'd go to for careful thinking, where accuracy is key. Then there's Mariner, this AI agent built using Gemini. Google says it's the start of the agentic era, where AI agents do more of our complex
So we've
stuff.
got ChatGPT you can call, and Google's got this super smart Gemini thing going on. It seems like AI is going from like a cool toy to a real tool we use every day.
Exactly. And it's not just about practicality either. AI is getting creative now, too. Instagram, for example, is hinting at these AI video editing tools where you just tell it what to change and it transforms appearances or backgrounds just from text prompts.
Seriously, like that Instagram article, it felt straight out of a movie.
I know. Imagine just saying what you want and the video changes. Huge for creators, but yeah, it makes you think about how it could be misused too.
Big time. Feels like AI's at this point where it's getting super accessible, but also way more powerful, so those ethical questions are going to be key going forward. Speaking of accessibility, though, there was an article about a new AI video model, one that's totally uncensored, and hobbyists are going crazy for it.
That's where things get really interesting. It shows that AI isn't just for big tech anymore. Imagine all these independent creators messing around with AI, pushing the boundaries in ways nobody expected. It's like the early internet days where all the cool stuff came from regular people experimenting.
Great analogy.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what amazing creative stuff will come out of this whole AI hobbyist movement. But all right, let's switch gears a bit. Talk hardware. iPhone 17. Rumors are flying around already. Triangular camera design. Maybe even a total redesign. Who knows?
The rumor mill never sleeps, right? As soon as a new iPhone drops, they're already on to the next one. What caught your eye in the articles?
Well, Forbes seems pretty sure about the triangular camera, while McRumors is all about display upgrades. Then you've got Yahoo. Voice is hinting at a way more drastic redesign. Tough to say what's true this early, but it's creating a lot of buzz for sure.
And don't forget about Samsung. Galaxy S25 series is supposed to launch next month, and leaks suggest some really cool screen tech. We've even got leaked renders showing a super sleek design, and there's a ton of hype around this new display they're supposedly using.
It's going to be interesting to see how Samsung pushes the boundaries of smartphone design and tech, especially with Apple and all these other players stepping up their game. And while we're on the topic of competition, Sony just became the biggest shareholder in From Software's parent company, Kadokawa Corporation. Pretty big move in the gaming world.
Right. From Software makes games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, so everyone's wondering if this means exclusive games for PlayStation. Some fans are excited, others are worried about what it means for those franchises. Understandably so.
It definitely adds another layer to the whole gaming landscape. Could be fascinating to watch how this plays out. And hey, speaking of the gaming world, the top 10 tech gadgets lists are already coming out. Design Boom is loving wearable tech this year. ZDNet has a bunch of cool stuff, including some intriguing AI-powered devices.
Yeah, those lists are always fun. They give you a sense of what's really capturing the tech world's attention, the trends driving everything forward.
Totally. We should definitely check out some of those gadgets that you're interested in. But first, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks that are driving gamers wild. Hall effect sticks for better durability and precision, plus more power when docked, meaning better graphics and performance potentially.
If those leaks are true, the new Switch could be a huge step up. Gamers have been waiting for news about a successor to the Switch for ages, and these features are definitely making people excited.
And while we're on the topic of exciting things for gamers, the Steam Winter Sale is right around the corner. Starts next week, which means tons of deals on all those games you've been wanting.
A true holiday tradition for us PC gamers. A chance to grab some new games, maybe snag some gifts for friends. Always a fun, chaotic time.
Now, for something completely out there, you ready for this? Skibidi Toilet, that super weird internet meme, is somehow in Fortnite now.
Only in Fortnite, right? That
Uh-huh.
game just keeps getting more unpredictable. They love these crazy crossovers, tapping into whatever's trending online.
Definitely a head-scratcher, but gotta admit, it's kind of brilliant in its weirdness. And speaking of unexpected decisions, the director of Elden Ring Night Rain, the new spin-off, just said they're ditching two-player co-op. Called it a balancing decision, but you know Elden Ring fans, they've got opinions.
Yeah, anytime a beloved feature gets changed, especially in a game like Elden Ring, there's gonna be debate.
Yeah,
Some folks get it, trust the devs, while others are bummed about no co-op. It's tough to please everyone.
for sure. Maybe it means Elden Ring Night Rain is going for a completely different feel. And get this, Sony just revealed Project Amethyst, this next-gen AI-powered hardware project. The future of gaming, maybe.
We don't know much yet, but it shows Sony is serious about AI in gaming. What if AI could create truly immersive experiences, customized for each player? Pretty wild to think about.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a gamer, that's for sure. But all right, let's move on to the software side of things. There's a lot to unpack there, too.
Let's talk software updates. Apple's iOS 18.2 is out, and the big news is, well, ChatGPT is built into Siri now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's huge. I wonder how well it actually works, though.
Oh.
Will Siri finally be able to have, like, a real conversation, not just setting timers and stuff?
Right, that's the big question. Putting ChatGPT's language smarts into Siri could totally change how we use our devices. Imagine talking to your phone almost like it's another person, getting help with complicated things, or just having a more interesting chat.
It's like having a personal AI friend, almost. But, I can't help but think about the privacy side of it. Giving something like ChatGPT access to all our data, our conversations, feels a little risky.
Definitely something to think about. Apple's going to have to be careful with that, put in the right safeguards. Siri could be amazing with this update, but they can't mess around with user privacy.
No kidding.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, on the Android front, Android 16's second developer preview is out, and some of the changes are pretty interesting. Google Keep is a system app now, which I guess means Google's really pushing to make their own apps the default on Android.
Yeah, some people will love that, others not so much, especially if they use different Note apps. It's a tough balance, giving a smooth experience, but also letting people choose what they like.
True, true. And there's a new way to use the Pixel 9's fingerprint sensor, too. Apparently, you could unlock it even when the screen's off now.
Sounds pretty convenient. It's all about making those everyday things quicker, more intuitive, right? But the real surprise this week is nothing. That company known for minimalist designs. They got the Spable Android 15 update out for their Nothing Phone 2 and 2A, and they actually beat Samsung to it.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Shows they're on top of things, which users always appreciate. And it shows how competitive the Android market is getting.
For sure. Competition is good, pushes everyone to do better, but it's not just about phones. The EU's really putting pressure on Apple to open up some of their features to competitors.
Yeah, this whole battle's been going on for a while.
Mhm.
The EU's worried about Apple having too much control over their app store, that it's unfair to other companies.
It's a complicated issue, and it could have a big impact on developers and how we use apps.
It reminds us that tech isn't just about cool new stuff. It's about the rules that shape how it all works. But okay, let's get away from the big companies for a second and talk about something that could, totally change how our technology works at a fundamental level. Scientists just confirmed there's a third type of magnetism.
That is huge news. We've known about two types of magnetism for centuries. Ferromagnetism, like fridge magnets, and antiferromagnetism, where the magnetic stuff aligns in opposite ways. But this new type, they haven't even named it yet, could make electronics 1,000 times faster.
1,000 times faster. That's impossible to even imagine. What does that even mean for computers, for everything?
Think faster, smaller, more efficient devices. This discovery could change everything, from how we store data to medical imaging, even quantum computing. It's wild to think there's still so much we don't know about something as basic as magnetism.
I know, right? It's amazing. But all right, let's get back to gaming. There are tons of year-end lists and reviews coming out now. Metacritic's best co-op games, The Guardian's top games of the year.
Perfect timing, too, right? People are looking for holiday gifts, new games to play during their time off. These lists are a great way to find something new.
And the sales. PlayStation Store's got a massive holiday sale going on, tons of PS5 and PS4 games on discount.
And of course, the Steam Winter Sale is almost here, a PC gamer's paradise. So many deals, it's hard to resist.
Yeah, I'm already making my wish list. But beyond the sales, there have been some interesting developments with individual games. Stalker 2 just got a big patch, fixing some issues with the AI and how the world feels alive.
Good news for Stalker fans. Shows the devs are listening, trying to make the game better. Patches like this can really make a difference.
Totally. And speaking of listening to fans, the developers of Helldivers 2 are giving away the Killzone 2 crossover items for free next week. There was some backlash about the price, so they changed course.
Good to see devs responding to feedback like that. Shows they care about the players, not just making money.
Exactly. And speaking of Elden Ring, remember how we talked about Elden Ring Night Rain ditching two-player co-op? The director just gave a bit more insight into that decision, still calling it a balancing thing, but, it sparked a lot of discussion among fans.
It's always tough when a popular feature gets removed, especially in a game with a huge following like Elden Ring. Some people are okay with it, trust the devs, but others are disappointed.
It shows how tough it is for devs to balance their own vision for a game with what players want. And okay, get ready for this, because it's wild. Skibidi Toilet, that internet meme, is in Fortnite now. I don't even know what to say.
Classic Fortnite. They just love throwing in these crazy, unexpected things. It's part of what makes the game so popular.
It's definitely keeping things interesting, that's for sure. And speaking of keeping things interesting, the developers of Catly, this upcoming game, just put out a new gameplay trailer. There were concerns that the game relied too much on AI, so they wanted to be more transparent.
That's smart. Transparency is important with AI, especially in games. Players want to know what's going on, how the AI is being used.
Definitely. Meanwhile, Sony's going all in on AI with their Project Amethyst, this next-gen hardware thing. We still don't know much about it, but it's got everyone excited about the future of AI-powered gaming.
Imagine AI that can adapt to how you play, create unique challenges, write personalized stories. The possibilities are endless.
I know, right? It's mind-blowing. But hey, let's not forget about the gamers who are already playing. Game Pass Ultimate members are getting a free copy of a big Star Wars game this week, plus a $70 bundle for a top free Xbox game.
Microsoft's really spoiling Game Pass subscribers. It's becoming a better deal all the time. And Nintendo Switch owners can now check out their year-in-review stats, see how much time they spend on their favorite games.
It's always fun to look back and see what games you really got into. But mobile gaming is booming too. Marvel Rivals just hit 20 million players.
Marvel's still got it, and mobile gaming is bigger than ever. There's something for everyone these days.
For sure. And in the PC gaming world, Valve, the company behind Steam, just announced they'll be at a new handheld gaming event hosted by Lenovo. Everyone's wondering if this means a new SteamOS handheld is coming.
A Steam Deck 2, maybe? Could be Valve's answer to the Switch, bringing TC gaming on the go?
The possibilities are exciting. And speaking of exciting, NVIDIA's new GeForce RTX 50 Blackwell GPUs are coming out, promising a huge jump in graphics and performance.
Gamers always want more power, better graphics, and NVIDIA usually delivers. These new GPUs are supposed to have neural rendering, which could make games look even more realistic.
It's a great time to be a PC gamer. But it's not all good news. Intel's new Core Ultra 200S CPUs haven't been performing as well as expected, so they're testing BIOS updates to fix things.
It's good that they're working on a fix. Hopefully the updates will do the trick and people can enjoy these new CPUs.
Yeah, it happens even with the most advanced tech. And speaking of tech hiccups, there have been reports of NVIDIA's new app making some games run slower.
They've released a fix, but it's worth keeping an eye on it, making sure it actually works and doesn't cause new problems. Gamers need their games to run smoothly.
Absolutely. But let's end on a positive note. Epic Games is having its holiday sale 2024 right now, with free games every day.
Gotta love free games, especially during the holidays. It's a perfect time to try something new.
And Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is doing a 10-day Christmas giveaway too. More free games for subscribers.
It's a great time to be a gamer, that's for sure. All these deals, giveaways, new games.
Totally agree. And while we're enjoying all that, the commercial space industry is making progress too. 3 companies are teaming up to offer rideshare launch services for satellites.
That's big news for smaller companies wanting to get their stuff into space. Ride-sharing makes it cheaper and easier to launch payloads, opening up more opportunities.
It's amazing to see how much the space industry is growing. All right, let's take a little break, and then we'll come back with even more tech news. We're back, and you know that uncensored AI video model we talked about? Well, it's making some serious waves.
Yeah, it's really shaking things up. People are saying it could lead to this whole new generation of, AI hobbyists, independent creators doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
It's like putting the power of AI into everyone's hands, not just the big companies.
Exactly. And then there's Google's AI video generator, too. Some folks are saying it's even better than OpenAI's Sora.
Wow, really? That's a big claim.
It's amazing to watch how fast this tech is developing. Just a few years ago, AI making realistic videos from text prompts, that was sci-fi stuff. Now it's practically here.
It's mind-blowing, the possibilities. Yeah. But okay, let's switch gears a bit. Talk about Apple. Seems like they might be changing their approach with the Vision Pro. Rumors are they want to make it more affordable, maybe even doing like a Netflix-style subscription model.
Yeah, that would be a smart move. The price was a big turnoff for a lot of people. Offering different tiers with different features and prices could make it way more appealing. Plus, it would help them compete with all the other VR and AR headsets out there.
It just goes to show, even with fancy tech, price matters.
Absolutely.
But while Apple's figuring out pricing, there's this company, Elevation Lab, that's come up with a pretty cool gadget. Time capsule. It's a waterproof case for AirTags, and get this, the battery supposedly lasts for 10 years.
Wow, 10 years. That's crazy.
I know, right? For people who use AirTags to track their stuff, that's a game changer. No more worrying about the battery dying when you need it most.
Perfect for travelers, pet owners, anyone who wants that extra peace of mind.
It's a simple idea, but super effective. And speaking of effective, how about Apple and NVIDIA teaming up? They're working together to boost those ChatGPT-style language models using a technique called redrafter.
Combining Apple's AI knowledge with NVIDIA's powerful hardware, that's a force to be reckoned with. They could make some serious breakthroughs in natural language processing.
It shows how important collaboration is, bringing different companies together to push things forward.
Definitely. And speaking of pushing forward, Intel's been making progress with their GPUs. Apparently, their new Arc B580 Battlemage GPU is selling like hotcakes.
That's great to hear. They've been trying to catch up to NVIDIA for a while, and this is a good sign. Plus, more competition is always good for consumers.
It means better products, better prices. Everyone wins.
Exactly. And how about this for durability? OnePlus just announced that their upcoming OnePlus 13R smartphone can withstand high-pressure water jets.
So basically, you could take it in the shower with you.
Pretty much. It seems like rugged, durable phones are becoming more and more popular.
Makes sense. We use our phones for everything these days, so we need them to be tough.
And hey, for all the Path of Exile fans out there, there's a new patch that makes the endgame even better.
Always good to see developers supporting their games, especially after release. Shows they care about the players.
It's like they're saying, we're not done yet, we're still making this game the best it can be.
Exactly.
Well, that about wraps up our tech deep dive for this week. We've covered a lot, from AI and gaming to new gadgets and industry shakeups.
It's amazing how quickly things change in the tech world. There's always something new to discover, something that could change everything.
It makes you wonder what the future holds, what crazy advancements are just around the corner.
Who knows what's next, but that's what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely. So until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you back here for another deep dive into the world of tech.